Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's mindfulness practice. My name is Leanna, and I'm so happy that you chose to practice with me today and to share this space. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time tuning in, so happy that you're here. If you come back week by week, thank you for your ongoing support. This week, I wanted to bring you my favorite postures to take to end my day and wind down before bed. It's going to be a short but sweet practice, but one that I hope will shift you from go mode into that restful mode. So all you'll need for your practice today, if you do have something by your side, is a cushion. If you have a bolster, that's great. I have yet to own one myself at home, but I typically use just a pillow, whether that's a bed pillow or a throw pillow from the couch. That'll be nice to just support us in some of the shapes that we're going to be taking. So that's all you'll need, whether you have your mat or you're just practicing on the ground. Find your space and we'll jump right in. We're going to get started today on our back bodies. So resting that back body down. And we're going to start either in Shavasana, corpse pose with those legs long, or you can find Supta Baddha Konasana with me, recline butterfly. Knees will draw wide, soles of the feet will come to touch. And then option to have those hands resting heavy by your side, or you can take them, rest them on your hips or a hand on your heart and belly. Find a slight tuck of your chin to elongate that neck. And then before we get started any further, we're going to start with a collective breath. So emptying completely. And then on your next breath in, low and deep, breathe into the belly, allow the lungs to expand, the chest to lift. And then open the mouth, let that all go. As you exhale here, feel the weight of your body pressing into the surface beneath you. Is there anywhere where you can let go and release a little more? Maybe it's the space between your eyebrows, that jawline, that belly, your pelvis. Can you find heaviness and softness from head to toe? And then start to feel the weight of your hands either pushing into the earth or your body. If they're resting on your body, you might notice that movement of your breath a little deeper. Wherever you are, coming to notice the subtle rise and fall of your chest, of your belly, and connecting with the pace of your breath. Noticing if it's short and shallow, noticing if it's long and smooth. Feeling into all the sensations of that breath and any other sensations that are arising here in your body. Notice the mind, notice the heart, what might be lingering here with you. Anything that's come out of the moment before you started this practice. Maybe you're taking this at the end of your day. Just noticing what is lingering in the whole system. Body, mind, breath. And feeling into whatever is present. Find a breath in. Find a breath out. This next inhale, we're going to breathe in for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the breath out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Breathe in for 4. And extend the breath out for 6. Last round here. Breathe in for 4. And extend that breath out for 6. Good. Allow that technique to fall away and welcome in your natural rhythm. Noticing if there's a shift, even if it's small or big. Taking a moment to regard it. And then adjusting that rhythm now to find a pace that can support you through this next little bit of time. We're looking for one that's effortless, easeful. As that rhythm begins to settle, tuning into what you need, maybe calling in an intention for your practice. Whatever resonates, allow yourself a moment to repeat it internally once or twice. Maybe you whisper it out loud. And then we'll take a full round of breath. Deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Start to bring some movement to the hands and the feet. If those knees are wide, guiding those hands to the knees to support them, to lift them back through center. And then we'll all find a hug of those knees into our chest. Take a nice rock gently side to side. Reverse child's pose. Feel into the gentle massage this shape and movement are offering your lower back. Find a full breath in. A full breath out. Good. Draw those knees a little wider. Maybe they come to those armpits. Last round of breath wherever you are. And keep that right knee hugging in. That left leg can extend long, or sole of the foot can come to the mat with that knee bent for more support. Breathing into that right side, you're going to rock. Take any shifts, any movements that you'd like in this right side. Engaging that hip joint, that ankle, that foot, maybe flexing and pointing through the toes. Let's take one more deep breath in here. And then stay for the exhale. Next inhale, you're going to hug that knee through center. If that left leg's not long already, please lengthen it down your mat. And then on that breath out, you're going to guide that knee towards the left. Supine twist. Right arm is going to reach out behind you. Cactus the arm if you'd like. Otherwise, it's out long in a T. And that gaze can turn to the right. If finding stacked knees here is more supportive, or taking that cushion under your right knee, you can find that for more support. We're looking for a heaviness here in the right knee and right shoulder. Find a full breath in, breathing into the sensations and shifts of this shape. And stay for the breath out. Let's find 2 more rounds of breath here. The last full round. Nice and slowly, you're going to guide yourself back through center. Both knees will hug into your chest. A round of breath here to shift and reset between sides. And then on your next breath in, you're going to hug the left knee in, finding that wind reliever shape. Right leg goes longer, you keep that knee bent. Taking any shifts, any movements here into the left side that your body might be craving. It might be stillness that you want. Can you breathe into whatever's coming through? Let's find one more deep, full round. Next breath in hugs that left knee through center, and then you're going to guide that to the right this time, adjusting that right leg to support you. Left arm will reach back in space behind you. The gaze can follow. Finding your shape here on this left side. And then once you do, wiggle into your sweet spot, taking a moment to notice where you can heavy and soften in the body. Notice the sensations, the shifts from right to left. Take a full deep breath in. And a long exhale out. 2 more breaths as you are. Last full round. Good. Next breath in, that left arm is just going to hug towards your body. You're going to find a fetal position on your right side, stacking the knees, using that bottom arm as a pillow unless you have that cushion for support. Take a round of breath here, just noticing what it feels like to lie on your right side body. The natural curvature of your side body as it meets the earth. Feeling into that. One more round of breath. Good. Then using the support of your hands, you're going to roll yourself forward onto a child's pose. Knees will draw as wide as you'd like. Your toes can come to touch. And we'll take that cushion, maybe that bolster, support it here to rest your front body on. Bring your left cheek to the mat and just allow those arms to soften by your side. Heaviness in the hips. Take a full breath in. Soften on your breath out. Good. Notice where you can let go 1% more. We'll find one more round of breath on this side. Then option to stay with that left cheek down, or you can switch sides, turning the other direction. Right cheek will meet the surface or that pillow. And you'll find that heaviness once again. Notice if you wanted to draw your knees a little wider, adjust the bottom half of your body in this shape. And then find that heaviness, that softness, that ease. Take a full inhale. And a full exhale. 2 more rounds of breath here. Last full round. Good. Slowly draw back through center. Place that pillow by your side. And then start to walk those hands forward, lengthening through your legs. You're going to find a modified up dog. So those legs are going to lengthen. You're going to ground down through the palms. You're going to allow that chest to cast through the gate of your shoulders, heart shining forward. And then slight engagement of the shoulder blades together. Draw those shoulders down your back. Can you give those glutes a little squeeze, a nice little soft engagement here for that lower back. Maybe the chin lifts a little higher to the sky. Allow this nice little back bend to come in. Soften the elbows. Take a full inhale. Full exhale. Good. One more round of breath here. And then on your exhale, you're going to lower all the way back down. Bring that left cheek to the mat. Hug that right knee in by your side. Toes facing out. Cactusing those arms by your side. Take a full breath in. Soften on your breath out. Go one more inhale here. Good. 2 more slow rounds of breath. Last full round. Lengthen that right leg down. Switch the cheeks. Right cheek comes to the mat. You'll hug that left knee in by your side, toes facing out. Adjusting your shape here to find one that feels most supportive. And then once you find that sweet spot, finding that heaviness and softness in the body. Breathing in. Breathing out. 2 more slow rounds just like that. Last slow round. That left leg will go long. When you're ready, you'll plant those hands under the shoulders. Lift yourself upright to a tabletop, finding all fours. Use your breath in to drop the belly, lift the gaze and tailbone. It's a slow breath out to tuck the chin and navel round through the spine. Good, let's find a few more rounds here on your own. Making this really nice and slow, welcoming any other shifts along the way. Maybe you hug one ear to one shoulder and then roll through the neck to the other side as you twist in the body. Anything your body's craving. Let's find 2 more rounds. Making your way through your last full round. Good. From here, you're going to walk those hands forward and then allow the forearms to meet the ground. Those hips stay high over your knees, melting heart or puppy pose. Allow the front of your body to soften down. Taking a bolster or a pillow under that chest will feel more supportive here. So taking that if you'd like. And that forehead is resting down towards the ground. Maybe it's resting on a block or pillow. Maybe it's also resting on that pillow. Can you find heaviness in the upper body? Take a full breath in. Soften on your breath out. Good. 2 more rounds of breath as you are. Last full breath in here. Child's pose on your breath out. Just let those hips sink back to your heels. Maybe you draw those knees a little wider. Arms can rest forward or they can reach back to your heels, curling up into a little shell shape. Find heaviness in the body. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Good. Nice and slowly, those hands are going to meet in front of your knees. Lift yourself upright. And then making your way back down to the ground. That pillow is going to be handy by your side. Keep those knees bent as you arrive. Feet are stacked under your knees. You're going to squeeze the glutes gently, root down through the feet. Lift those hips high enough. Wiggle that pillow or bolster beneath your lower back. And then rest your tailbone and hips back down. You can stay here exactly as you are in this supportive bridge. Or if you'd like, you can come into waterfall, reaching those legs high to the sky. Toe mounds can come to touch. You might have a little bend in those knees or a generous bend. Arms can stay grounded as you are, or you can reach those hands overhead, resting behind you. Just allowing those legs to dangle heavy in space if you found that lift. Can you find heaviness and weight across the pelvis, softening through the glutes, allowing those hips to root down? Find a full breath in. Full breath out. Having our feet above our heart is an automatic activation to our parasympathetic side of our nervous systems. So automatically shifting us into that rest and digest mode. Slowing down the pace of our breath, slowing down the body, and a beautiful sensation of that blood flowing in the opposite direction that it normally does. With our feet above our heart, it's a great shape to take to not only calm the body, but to also increase circulation. So if you're seated all day, standing, maybe you just ended a long day of travel, this is such a wonderful shape to take out any backup or inflammation in the lower body. Take a full inhale. Full exhale. And you might be experiencing some numbing, some tingling. That's okay. Know that that's normal. As long as it's not pain, no sharp sensations. we can breathe through any little funny feelings or discomfort. We're going to find 3 more rounds of breath wherever you are. Last 2. Last 1. When that feels like it's good enough for you, those feet are going to meet the earth once again, stacked under those knees. Arms are going to ground by your side. You're going to root down to lift high enough to release that prop from beneath you. Hips are going to slowly lower. And you're going to pause once you arrive. Allow that spine to neutralize. Take a full round of breath. Good. And then we'll hug those knees into our chest. Give ourselves a nice hug and squeeze, drawing the nose all the way up to the knees. Take a full breath in. Nice hug. And then on your exhale, Shavasana, legs will go long, arms will rest by your side. If you'd like to take a hand over your heart or belly, if you found that comforting at the start of our practice, you can take that now. Intentionally draw the shoulders down and away from your ears. Give those hips a little shimmy into the earth and soften the glutes as you do. Let that belly be soft, let the legs be heavy. Scrunch through the toes to allow them to naturally fall in whatever place they land. Scrunch through the fingers, allow them to release all the way to the fingertips. Soften your jaw, have space between your top and bottom teeth. Allow your eyes to close. Let them be soft with your whole brow line, as well as the space between your eyebrows. Give yourself a moment here to continue to downshift and to notice if there is a little bit of a shift now compared to the start of your practice. Check in with that whole system, body, mind, breath, and energy. Feeling into how you are feeling in this moment. Find a full breath in and a full breath out. Feel free to rest here for as long as you'd like. We're going to close exactly as we are. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I hope you can take this ease into whatever comes next. I'll see you next time. Namaste.